Hey guys, it's Doug here. How's it going? You know, it's in the 70s here in Missouri, feeling super fallish outside, and I want to talk about the HomeWorx Harvest Trio set. This is the deluxe set that was available for the Today's Special Value about a month ago. This is still for sale, by the way, and yes, I wanted to do post-burn reviews on these. Alright guys, this is Autumn Pinecone. This is one of my favorite HomeWorx candles, and I'm really excited to talk about this one. And another one of my favorites actually is coming up here in a minute, which I didn't expect in this collection, you know, to have that. But again, this is Autumn Pinecone. Let's start off with it here. You can see in here, this guy is burned almost completely down. I don't know if you can really see through the translucent, you know, style glass there, but it's got hardly any. I am right at 40 hours as this sits here now, so it would go over. I know it probably has an hour or two left in it. Even this low, it is putting off the scent. Now the scent has dissipated quite a bit from when it, you know, could have a full pool. But this one, on the whole, this candle performed very well. I would give this, you know, on the throw scale, most of the time it was a 7 and 8. It wafted, went between them. But again, I burn everything in an open concept ranch house, and this one performed very, very well. You can see here on the wicks on it. The wicks look good on this. It had a very nice burn all the way down. You know, I love these 4-wick candles. After doing the 4 wicks, I would not want to go back to the 3s as far as HomeWorx size go, because it just works so much better, pools out quicker, and again, the time, I don't really notice much of a time difference on it. Again, this is right at 40 hours, so that's what I was getting with the 3 wicks that I did last season, so nothing to complain about there. But yeah, this scent, man, it is, and I love this with the lid off here, kind of wafting out here. This is such a nice woodland scent. This is like the epitome of a fall day outside, or maybe a cool, crisp fall evening even. There's eucalyptus mixed with fresh juniper, and the juniper, sorry, is very pronounced. I know it's listed that it's oak. I don't know that I necessarily get that, but it's just a very nice, like a tree bark almost scent. And that eucalyptus adds that little bit of a cooling agent. Very, very nice. I know some have compared this to Bath & Body Works Autumn. I can see that, but I think you'd be really underselling this candle. This one is so much more woodsy, and I just smelled Autumn actually at the store. I normally burn that one. I didn't this year, but yes, you know, I just wanted for the direct comparison's sake. And this one is so nice. It's so woody, and I love that fresh juniper. It's like a snap of the fresh juniper, you know, for lack of a better description. And that cooling agent, it's just a very nice, cool night by the woods. Love this scent. All right, now this is pumpkin caramel corn. I know that for some of the folks who have this is the scent that they are really, really digging on, and I can understand why. It's, man, whew, very, very strong. This one here, I haven't burned it down quite as far, but I mean, you're still, you know, it's right here. So, I mean, this is at the end of this candle. We're getting close to the end of it. Nice burn on this as well. You can see the wick placement here. The wicks maybe drift a tiny little bit as they get really low, but it's not that big of a deal at all. Again, just a great performing candle. Strength-wise, this was a monster. I mean, it was between 8 and 9. That's probably about an 8's about as low as it got. Very, very strong candle. And what's really interesting to me is on burning with this, it's so balanced. It's like a mix of being next to somebody who's, you know, with the big kettle corn thing at like a festival. It reminds me more of that than just opening like a bag of popcorn. But you do get that fresh, buttery, salted popcorn note. It's just mixed very well though with that sweetness, like again, kind of like the kettle corn, I'm sorry, like a kettle corn sweetness with, there's like a drizzle of caramel on top of it. As this is burning, I really don't get much pumpkin here. I can get a little bit of the spiciness, sort of like if you were to, you know, just take a shaker and you put a little bit of like a pumpkin spice on top. But for the most part here, this is a very nice caramelish kettle corn that's also salty. It's so interesting how it wafts in between the salt and the sweet. Very, very nice scent. Again, this reminds me very much of being outdoors at a fall festival, and we actually had the Festival of Little Hills here in the St. Louis area, which is a big craft festival outside. And I was down there the other day, and you know, they have all kinds of street vendors, and this reminded me, the kettle corn booth there reminded me of this. Similar, not quite kettle corn. I don't want to just say it's just like kettle corn. It is not. You do get faint pumpkin to it, and you get a caramel, but it's awesome how this scent, it just rides that line between savory and sweet. It's really, really nice, and again, a monster thrower. Alright guys, and finishing up here, this is Harvest Leaves. Now, this was my biggest surprise out of this whole collection. Whenever this collection was announced and I saw that Harvest Leaves was in here, I thought, I'm really not digging that. The reason why was because I tried a diffuser of this, and I put it in my bathroom. This was a couple months back. It was when the Harvest diffuser was on sale. I didn't get to try this last year, so that's what I had to, to try it. I couldn't get the candle at the time, so yeah, Harvest Leaves though, diffusing in my bathroom, which is fairly small, it was very concentrated. I didn't really get much complexity out of it. It smelled like a tart cranberry to me, so that kind of put me in a spot where I wasn't excited for this, and how wrong was I? This is an incredible scent. As far as like late autumnal scents go, this is probably the best on the market. It's an original scent to me. It is a very nice cranberry mixed with a pumpkin, mixed with a slight bit of like outdoor woods. It is so nice. Again, this makes me think of like November. It's like the ultimate November candle to me. It's past Halloween. It's before though the heavy, holiday scents go. This candle would be awesome to burn on Thanksgiving if you got folks over, friends or family or whoever over. Such a nice scent. It is so inviting. I can, again, here, get a big waft of it here. You can see very nice performance on this. All of these candles burned really well, by the way. I didn't get, no kerosening. I should say that I did burn, especially the Autumn Pinecone. I burned that for a very long time, multiple times, to try and get it to kerosene. I did the rest with these. I'm talking like 7 or 8 hour burns. You shouldn't burn a candle that long, but I wanted to see, what these things could do actually, if they would do the kerosene. Did not. So I had no complaints there. Again, very, very nice burn on all of them. This one's down to about here. Again, we're, very, very low in this. Strength here, a solid 7 to 8. It kind of, wafted through there. And again, the diffuser for this and that I had in my bathroom did not prepare me for what this candle is. This candle is so nice. This is right with Autumn Pinecone. This is another one of my HomeWorx favorites. And I love how the look on this whole collection, by the way. It looks really classy. Anyways, so getting back to this here, Harvest Leaves is amazing. This scent should always be in the HomeWorx line as this company, keeps going. This should be one of their flagship fall scents. I know that Harry says that this is one of his favorite scents, and or his favorite fall scent that they do actually, and I can see why. Just very, very nice woody cranberry pumpkin, and the cranberry and pumpkin, when it's burning, they like float between which becomes the dominant note, and it's very balanced. When I say dominant note, I don't mean that it gets heavy pumpkin or heavy cranberry. It really walks that line, but sometimes you do get a little more of the tartness of the cranberry, sometimes more of the sweetness of like a pumpkin puree, and mixed with that woodiness, sort of like trees outside. It's just, it's very, very nice and just a fantastic autumnal fragrance. So in closing here, this Harvest Trio, fantastic. I cannot recommend this enough. The burning on them was great. Scent, throw, performance was great. They were just really nice, but most importantly, these scents were awesome. And the way that this package is put together with these 3 scents, I burned combinations. I burned 2 of them at a time to see what they would, be like together. And then I finally burned all 3 of them at the same time just to see what it would be like. They all complement each other very nice. You've got Harvest Leaves, which is, those, cranberry, pumpkin, and light woods. You have Autumn Pinecone, which is the straight up outdoorsy, woodsy type scent. And then you had the pumpkin caramel corn, which is, like the fall festival, the kettle corn popcorn, you know what I'm saying. And they just mix together. It's this fantastic autumnal blend. And as far as like candle packs go, because I know that there are other candle companies that do gift sets or fall gift sets where they kind of just throw the stuff in together. These do seem like there was some thought put into them, quite a bit. And it's just a very nice fall set. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. It's like autumn in a box. So yes, guys, very, very happy with the Harvest Trio. And I know they're going to be shipping out soon here to you folks. And if you guys have them on order, if you're watching my channel, you probably are a big fall Halloween fan. You're going to be happy. I just can't imagine if you're really big into fall scents, I cannot imagine that you're not going to be happy with that. So let's hope they perform for everybody like they perform for me. But yes, big fan of them. So, alright guys, well thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you soon.